Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS News for Friday, January 20th, 2017. I'm Riley Norman.
Good morning, Kilbourne. I'm Audrey Wachtel.
And I'm Kennedy Dolphin. Today marks the beginning term of the 45th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. This election has been very controversial, and has many debating what it means to take part in this inauguration. It has come under debate as to whether this is a support of a peaceful transition of power or the support of the president and his new agenda. However you choose to view this inauguration, there are some interesting facts about the cost to swear this new president into office. According to the Washington Post, this year's ceremony will cost an estimated $175 to $200 million, which will cover anything from parties and dinners to security staff. About $70 million will come from private donations, while the rest will come from taxpayers. President Bush's 2005 inauguration cost $173 million in 2009 dollars. That happens to be just a little more than the $170 million spent on President Obama's 2009 inauguration. Inaugurations bring several hundred million visitors to Washington, D.C., and are a huge boost for local economies such as hotels, restaurants, and limo companies. No matter who's being sworn in as president, the cost of an inauguration never comes cheap.
Another interesting process going on today is moving day. When Donald Trump walks into the White House for the first time as president, his suits will be hanging in his closet, his personal photos placed perfectly on tables, and his toothbrush next to his favorite toothpaste in the bathroom. The rugs he walks on will be either antique or new pieces chosen from the White House storage. But before all of this can happen, the Obamas must be fully moved out of the White House in a process lasting under 5 hours, converting the 135-room home for the new first family.
The Science Olympiad team just had a good weekend of competition. Melissa Allen and Caitlin Smith tell us more about the team and what they do.
The Kilbourne Science Olympiad team had a tough competition this past weekend at Kenston High School. They competed against some very tough teams, including national champions, and they showed them what Worthington is truly made of.
What is Science Olympiad?
Science Olympiad is a academic track-based event club where we compete in different events relating to different areas of science. We have a lot of new members this year, so we're hoping we can all integrate into a team and do as successfully this year as we have in the past.
What are your plans for the team this year?
We're going to be preparing and then going to compete at invitationals and regionals and hopefully states, and hopefully do well and place in some events.
What kind of challenges do you guys do?
We do building events and also studying events like robotic arm, electric vehicle, or we also do studying events that's about like anatomy and biology and also disease detectives.
What kind of new events are there?
Well, they change the events every couple years, so there's events coming back this year that we haven't seen before. One of them is called hovercraft, so some of our students are going to have to build something that like floats on air. There's an event called towers that's coming back this year, and so students are going to have to build a tower to like as tall as they can, build it, but it has to be able to withstand some substantial amount of weight. And then another cool event that's coming back this year is called helicopters, and so the students will have to build a helicopter. And so I'm really excited to see those events. We are going to competitions once a month, and so we'll be wearing our t-shirts in school on that Friday before we go to the competition. So if you see any of our students wearing our Science Olympiad t-shirt on that day, feel free to say good luck on the competition, and I'm sure that they would really appreciate that.
If you want to check out the amazing Science Olympiad team, you can look for them on February 25th at New Albany High School and March 11th at Grandview Heights. Caitlin Smith and Melissa Allen, WKHS News.
Student Council is always working hard to better our school, from promoting school dances to planning blood drives. Abby Smolin and Jay Cackathorn check in to see what Student Council members have been up to lately.
Student Council plays a big role in fundraising and activities throughout Kilbourne. Mrs. Humphrey shared some upcoming events that Student Council is in charge of. What are the upcoming plans for Student Council this quarter?
This quarter, we will be having our talent show, the winter formal will be taking place, and we're also hosting an in-school blood drive again.
Tell us a little bit about Winter Formal.
This winter's formal will be on February 4th. The sophomore class hosts this dance for a prom fundraiser, and the King and Queen of Hearts will be announced at this dance. I don't think there's a theme yet, but they will be coming up with one soon, I'm sure.
What is Student Council looking forward to most this quarter?
Well, we're looking forward to our talent show. That's going to be on February 16th of this year. It's a Thursday night. We look forward to seeing all the wonderful acts that are going to be performing, and hopefully a large crowd will be there to support everyone.
Are we conducting any fundraisers this quarter to help out our school?
We will be doing our talent show and King and Queen of Hearts fundraiser. Student Council's working on coming up with which organization we're going to help this quarter. But yes, anyone can help by coming to the talent show. It's a $5 admission, and all of the money goes to the selected charity, as well as the additional tickets that you use to vote with. And then during the King and Queen of Hearts, those people who are nominated, they will be raising money as well for the same charity.
Is there anything else you would like to add?
If you are able to and you meet the requirements, donating blood would be wonderful too. Even if you haven't done it before, it's a great time in school to do it for the first time.
Student Council has worked hard all year and would like to see support in upcoming events. Abby Smullen, Jake Hackathorn, WKHS News.
This year's Battle of Worthington basketball game was one to remember. Abby Souter and Ronnie Don interviewed some people who were there to witness the excitement.
Last week, our boys basketball team took down Thomas in the Battle of Worthington with a halftime performance by the WKHS dance team. What basketball games does dance team perform at?
So we just performed at the Thomas game last Friday, and we'll perform on February 3rd against Sauda.
As one of the seniors, was performing at this game different than past years?
Yeah, it's a little bit more sad because you realize that you don't really have any more performances in front of like the students, but it's really exciting when we finally get to show what we've been practicing for. So.
What were your expectations going into the game?
Well, we knew it was going to be a big game with an intense atmosphere, but we thought we were going to pull out the W.
We have kind of the same expectations for every game. Just compete, play hard, and knowing that it's Thomas, we know that the guys get a little extra excited because it's one of our rivals. So just play hard, get through the emotion, and see what happens.
Did the support of the Crazies help while playing?
Absolutely. The crowd was unbelievable, and a lot of times I couldn't even hear what's going on. They were so loud, so they were awesome.
I don't know if it's just the Crazies, but the support of the school, everybody from the administration was there because it was, our Thomas game, the support of the student body, the band, parents. I mean, it was a packed house. It was a great atmosphere. And it's when you've got a packed house like that, it's always fun to play and compete, and hopefully you come out on top, and this time we did.
How would you describe one of your first experiences playing against Thomas?
It was obviously an intense game. The atmosphere was insane the whole time, so it was one to remember.
How did it feel to win against our rival?
It's always fun to beat a rival team. It's always fun to beat Thomas. And the fun part was how many people got to experience it. It was fun for us as coaches, for us as players, to see everybody running out of the stands. First the high school side, and then you could see the middle school guys come running out, and the fact that nobody got hurt, that was kind of important for us too. But it was neat to be able to see everybody experience that win with us.
How did it feel after you made the last shot?
It was just unbelievable. I was so excited, and it was awesome just to celebrate it with all the students in the student section.
There'll be another chance to see the dance team perform at the Scioto game February 3rd, and the boys will go against Thomas again February 17th. Ronnie Don and Abby Souter, WKHS News.
This has been your WKHS News. Good luck to all winter sports this weekend and boys basketball as they take on Jerome tonight at 7:30 at home.
In addition, the middle school basketball teams will be recognized at halftime. Have a fun and safe weekend, Kilbourne.